Ira, your recipe is not extremely difficult.
No, this is a lot easier than making a cronut.
Thank you. Thank you, Chef Ira, for working with me this morning. Of course, Ira is from the Hangout in Gulf Shores, one of the places to be. Y'all are going to be pretty busy this weekend. Y'all are in the heart of the Shrimp Festival.
Yes, it takes place right on the beach, and we're, right in front of our doorstep pretty much.
Are y'all doing anything special for the festival?
Not particularly for the festival. We will be open. There's going to be some teasers inside of the courtyard, but we're just going to be part of it and enjoying the festival. We'll have some beer tubs around. And
well, y'all always have stuff going on at the Hangout. Oh, of course, you have the Hangout Music Festival. You have Shrimp Fest. You have stuff, live music all the time. And another thing coming up is Terror on the Gulf. Is this the first time you guys have done this?
No, we've done that, I think, annually since we've been open. We put a haunted house up in the restaurant. There's a Halloween party contest, costume contest.
It says with the costume contest, you could win $1,000 in cash and prizes.
Best costume,
So you've got, this is going to be Saturday, October 25th. Doors open at 9 p.m. Terror on the Gulf. We'll get back to that in just a few minutes and mention that. Let's start off with our recipe this morning. So jambalaya, what is the best thing to know about cooking jambalaya, or what's the most important thing to know?
Well, it's easy, so don't be intimidated by it, and you can put your own spin on it. There's no, there's probably hundreds of recipes for jambalaya if you research it, but it's typically a one-pot dish.
Okay.
I'm going to use 2 pans here, but it's typically a one-pot dish, so it's very simple, very easy to make.
And what we're starting off with this morning is the rice portion of it. Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to get started. Okay, let me get
out of your way.
Increase this a little bit. So I'm just going to add some of what's considered the Cajun mirepoix, celery, onions, bell pepper.
Okay.
We got 2 different color bell pepper here. We've got some green
and some red. This sounds like a great dish for fall. Jambalaya, of course, a little on the warm side.
Yes, it's very, very hearty, very filling. So we're just going to
added the celery.
Probably want to bump that up a little bit more. Celery, and then we're going to add, we're just going to sweat this out. It doesn't need a high temperature sear. Sweat that out, and then we're going to add some andouille sausage. So we get
that sounds good
some
too.
Of that sausage.
It's going to be smelling good in here really soon.
So just kind of let that go. It's going to take a little bit of time for this to come down. And then basically what you do here is you add your rice to this, the vegetables once they sweat down. You add your seasoning, and then you just let it cook on the stovetop until the rice is tender.
Chef Ira, with these vegetables and the sausage, if there is something you don't particularly like, can you leave it out and can you add stuff?
Oh, absolutely. You could make any, chicken, you could add shrimp to it, you could leave, but it typically has sausage, andouille sausage, and some type of shellfish in it. Okay. You'll see a lot of times it'll be made with chicken also. But yeah, you can tailor this to however you want. Some people like it very, very spicy. Some people, if you kind of have an adverse reaction to spice, you may not want to put. That's blackening seasoning. I'm adding a little chili flake right here.
Ooh.
And then we're going to add a little oregano. I like oregano, and you add the oregano in the beginning because oregano is a very strong flavored herb. Okay. So you don't want to. It's not necessarily a finishing herb. It's one of those herbs that are used in the cooking process.
And if you guys want to follow along, of course, the entire recipe is on our website. I'm glad you know how to work all this.
Yeah,
I have to stay away from this, Chef Ira.
Can you smell that?
On fire. I do smell it, and it smells wonderful. We're going to continue cooking this up. Of course, we have some rice to put in. Yeah. We have the shrimp to put in, and we have plenty of more events to talk about at the Hangout. Of course, Terror on the Gulf, again, that's Saturday the 25th. We'll talk a little bit more about that and other events coming up at the Hangout when we come for the next couple cooking segments.
Hangout's executive chef Ira Gallen is in our kitchen this morning making some shrimp jambalaya, making our whole studio smell really good. Joe's excited. He's like, I got breakfast, lunch. We're all excited. We hope there's enough. So earlier you guys made the base of the jambalaya.
Yes, and that's still cooking. This will be ready in just a minute. So you see how that's turning out?
Yeah, some peppers, some celery, onions, rice. What else?
Andouille sausages in there, blackening season, chili flakes, garlic, the whole deal.
Well,
so
good.
Right now we're going to go ahead and start to cook the shrimp. We're going to put that. Start out with a little oil. Probably need to bump this up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So here's our shrimp, and these are nice larger size shrimp that we use. See the size of those? These are 10-15 size shrimp.
Okay.
Those are really big. Now, I know we've had someone explain before the 10-15 size, the different sizes when it comes to picking out shrimp. But that was a long time ago. So would you explain how that works?
Oh, typically shrimp are sized by how many shrimp make up a pound. So this 10-15 means 10 to 15 shrimp will create a pound.
Are these the biggest, or pretty much, or close to the biggest?
No, I mean I've seen shrimp go as big as U8s, some U7s. Those are kind of special. You can't really get those anywhere. You have
big daddies.
Yeah. So usually the lower the number, the bigger the shrimp.
Okay, so these are pretty big guys. How long do you need to cook them when they're this size?
I would say maybe like a minute on each side.
Oh, that's not long at all.
No, it's
so
not.
This is a really quick dish.
It's a very quick dish. I
About
mean,
10 minutes.
The rice only takes about 15 minutes to cook. And whatever protein you have, if you're going to do chicken, you want to put it in the rice and the chicken will cook. I like to do, if I'm doing shrimp, do it on the side because the shrimp won't take quite as long to cook. So you'll end up with overcooked shrimp if you put it in the rice. And also I like to get a little bit of a caramelization on the shrimp as well if I can.
Don't want them overcooked, then they get chewy. Kind of. I'm living in the smoke over here. Speaking of shrimp, Shrimp Fest is coming up this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the Hangout is right in the middle of it all. And you're going to be cooking up all kinds of good stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll be open. We'll have our full menu going. The bar's going. There'll be live music everywhere, and it's just a tons of shrimp.
Yeah, it really is a good time. If you haven't been to Shrimp Fest, go ahead and mark your calendar. If you have been, you know you want to go back.
And this is on our menu, so you can come into the restaurant. I mean, we did this as part of the Shrimp Festival cook-off contest, but this is on our menu, so you can come in and enjoy this as well.
Okay, so that's this weekend. And hey, while you're down there, don't forget to stop by. Saturday, Fox 10 is going to have a tent set up right around the Hangout, so come by and see us. We always love to meet you guys. And get this recipe on fox10tv.com on our Studio 10 page. Man, Joe, I don't know how many of these you can eat. There are a lot of shrimp in here.
I knew he was hungry. He texted me earlier. He said...
Back with Chef Ira from the Hangout working on one of my favorite dishes, shrimp jambalaya. So we've basically we got this ready. We've cooked the shrimp in the last one. Now it's time to plate it up.
Yes, everything's cooked. The rice is nice and hot and ready. We're going to just add a little finishing herb, add some parsley to that. Add some scallions to that, and then I'm just going to go ahead and plate it, and you tell me what you think.
Oh, man, that looks so good. I'm so excited for this. And the shrimp, what did you all have on the shrimp again? There's some garlic?
Yeah, a little marinade, a little garlic, salt and pepper, olive oil. Get nice caramelization in the pan right there.
Oh, man, it looks so good. So we've talked about the big shrimp festival that's happening this weekend. The Hangout's a great location to stop in, get a bite to eat, right along all the vendors there. And then we talked about Terror on the Gulf, the Fright Night coming up for Halloween. A huge event is taking place in about a month from now, the Big Oyster Cook-Off. Tell the folks what's going on.
Yes, the Oyster Cook-Off is it's going to be our annual Oyster Cook-Off. We've got about 60 teams, chefs.
60 teams?
Yes.
Wow.
We're going to have Food Network chefs and celebrities, personalities that are going to be down. We're going to have a craft beer festival, about 60 craft beers, about 25 microbreweries are going to be there representing. It's just we're gonna have live music. You can go to the website. All the details are there on the website. The website is hangout.com. No, I'm sorry. It's hangoutcookoff.com.
Okay.
Hangoutcookoff.com is the website, and they'll have all the details there for you. But it's an amazing event, and it's just going to be a lot of fun.
And I tell you what, we'll try to get that website on our website as well, too, so you can just go to the Studio 10 tab to find that information. But this is actually the 7th year for that event, and it keeps growing bigger and bigger.
It's bigger and bigger every year, and we've added, like I said, we added this year the craft beer festival part to it. There's going to be a brunch on Sunday, so it's the whole weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's going to be a brunch the celebrity chefs are going to put on, and it'll be an amazing weekend.
So looking forward to that. 1 month from now, take a look at that. This looks fantastic. I'm going to take a bite of this as we go to commercial break. Thanks a lot, Chef Ira.
Thank you.